Hi guys, my name is Indigo and welcome to my channel. I know I look like Chicken Little today. Let's just enjoy it. Let's not comment on it. Today, I actually wanted to show you guys something very useful, and that is how I get my makeup to look so detailed. So for this, I'm actually going to be recreating a look of an artist that I've been following for a really long time. Her Instagram is Mary Franco Art. If you guys would like to go and snoop around, you guys can. She is so talented and so underrated, and I feel like her art has so much different textures and patterns that I can show you guys every single method that I use for makeup in one look, and that is amazing. So I don't really want to take too long today, so I'm just going to take you guys throughout the entire look, just like a regular tutorial. I'm just gonna paint my face gray. So I'm actually not painting my entire face gray this time, shocker, because one, waste of paint, and two, waste of my time, so I'm not going to be doing that. Next, I'm going to use the white shade in the Jawbreaker palette to start highlighting the underneath of my eyes, the forehead, the chin, all that. Not only does this brighten up, but it also mattifies the paint, which is really good because we really want it to look like a full-on makeup look. But this really gives you like that photoshopped like lightening underneath the eyes look. I see you, Karen. We know you do it. I actually also do this with my regular makeup just because I find it gives me that more porcelain doll-like effect. And then next I'm going to contour my forehead and my nose with the dark gray shade. I wish I was sponsored, but I'm not. This palette is literally just my go-to just because it goes from lightest to dark and that just makes everything so convenient. Like, I never have to guess. No me toca adivinar. Like, now for splotchy looks, you really have to know what kind of makeup look you're doing because obviously right now this is working because I'm going to turn myself into a type of watercolor look. But say I was doing like a really soft porcelain kind of look, or I was doing like everyday makeup, this would not fly. You definitely have to know what kind of look you're going for and the medium that you're trying to attain. Okay, so we're finally getting to what this video is all about. So first I'm going to show you how I get that paintbrush stroke effect. I'm going to start off with the lime green color just because I find that cool colors are not as forgiving as warm colors. When you mix them with stuff, they kind of turn into like a muddy color. I don't like that. I like them to be vibrant. So I use them first to avoid any mistakes because my makeup is not about to be ugly. In order to get that very sharp, clean look, you need to use paints. An eyeshadow will never get you that same amount of detail that I get with my other looks. Trust me, I tried a whole year just using eyeshadows. It was never enough. Paints will always get you that clean cut look. So I'm gonna start off with what I like to call the body of the paint. This is where you can just kind of mess around and do whatever you want. But when I want that paint look, I'm gonna start flicking it outwards and just dabbing the brush gently to get that purposefully patchy look. Make sure to make the body as full and opaque as possible just to make this look a lot more professional. There's a big difference between looking purposefully patchy and just looking patchy. And patchy is not a cute look. So textures also have a lot to do with the brush that you use. For example, the last brush that I was using gave me a very paintbrush-like effect. This one is going to give me a little bit more of a splatter-like effect. I can't really tell you what effect your brushes will actually give your paints because it's very personal to the brush itself, so you're gonna have to do your own experimenting in that place. But as a general rule of thumb, the fluffier the brush, the more airbrush it's gonna look, and the more packed the brush, the more paintbrush-like it's going to look. I'm out here giving like English lessons and whatnot, but honestly, a lot of this technique is just letting the brush do its thing and letting the paint do its thing and just kind of going with the flow. So when you're working with paints that are literally the opposites of each other in the color wheel, you want to make sure that you do not dilute the pigments as much because the more water you add, not only will it become less full coverage, but it'll also increase the chances of the colors mixing together and creating this weird brown color in the middle, and that's not flattering. And once again, we're still forming the bodies, we're not doing any details yet. Next, I'm going to dip into our final body color, and that is red. Just blending that into the orange coral color by pressing it on. Okay, now that we have all our bodies laid out, that sounds really wrong. Now we can start adding our details, and this is where the techniques start varying. So once again, it's all on the brush. Just depending on the brush that you use, you're gonna get different results. So for example, if I want little random dots here and there, I'm gonna choose a more precise brush that's able to give me that precision that I want. And definitely requires a lot of planning and meticulous painting. And then we're just gonna have the paints leak into other paints. And for the drips, I'm just dragging it along down my cheek. And then from here on out, I just switch up the brushes every now and then to get a little bit more diversity. And here is where you actually do want colors to start mixing together, if that makes sense. And my favorite thing about precise brushes is that you can just sketch out with them, and it actually works. The main takeaway is the flick of the wrist and the size of the brush. And I'm gonna use a little packing brush to start creating like these stipple-like looks. This is also the same brush that I use for clouds. Now I'm gonna use another fine tip brush, and I'm just gonna start making little details with the red. Another technique that I really like to do to kind of feather out the paint is I just grab a little fine tip brush and I just gently pat it around the edges. And then next I'm gonna do the same thing with the coral shade. Alrighty, and now we're gonna start adding some detail with black cream paint. So we're just gonna start doing drips, going sideways. Alrighty, and now we're almost done with the details, and now I'm going to add white cream paint to create some little white splotches. So there you have it, something simple for the girls. Next, I'm just gonna do my eyeshadow. I'm just going to be using all of these shades to kind of shade in my eyeshadow and give that black and white effect. I'm gonna start off by doing my eyebrows with the black eyeshadow. Next, I'm gonna pack in the light gray eyeshadow on my lid. Next, I'm gonna grab the darker eyeshadow and I'm just going to smoke that out. And then I'm just gonna grab a very small dash of the black one. Next, I'm just gonna grab my NYX eyeliner and I'm going to create my wing. Alrighty, and lastly, I'm gonna use the black shade on my lips. Alrighty, so that is it for the face. I'm gonna go do my neck and my ears and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is the final look. I smeared off the black lipstick because I honestly don't like the way I look with black lipstick. It just never looks right. Instead, I just kind of do like this kind of weird gradient thing that looks a lot better. So I hope these tips and tricks can help you guys achieve that paint look, or at the very least, challenge you to try something new and have fun with makeup. If you guys would like to, please go check out the artist. She is absolutely amazing. And if you guys don't already, please go follow me on my Instagram. If you guys like my energy, if you guys like my art, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the future. Cue the montage.